Everybody okay? I'm not gonna be on here long at all. I'm literally just passing through to see if y'all all right, see if everybody okay, see if anybody my daughter up there laughing. Anybody have any questions? Any concerns? How was the day? How's it going? How's it moving? How's it shaking? I had a busy, busy, busy day today. Hey y'all, look at y'all. Late nighters. What's up? Y'all had me a busy day today, so I'm not gonna be on here long. I'm just wrapping up all of the things that I had to do. Hey, 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 hey. Woo! Y'all all right though? Everybody okay? Y'all, it's crazy out here. These internet streets looking fresh. Woo, shoot. I'm about to lay it down in a minute. But I just want to come on here and really, just check on y'all, see what y'all got going on. Hello. Thank you. Um, Somebody in my community today over in the Patreon space, she had an experience today, and it's just, it showed us all, that we have to just be mindful and be careful. You about to lay down? Yeah, you about to go lay down? Oh, you doing iftar? All right, Kyla Logistics doing an iftar tonight. Oh, it is the end of the month. Iftar. Iftar. If you want to learn how to do iftar, I have a lady in my community, Kaya Logistics. Gina is her name. She is who I know and trust to do that. That is who I would refer you to. So if you want to add that service to your dispatching service, or if you're a carrier, owner, operator, independent contractor on here, and you know to do it yourself, um, get with her. Send me an inbox. I'll get you connected with her. Or if you're on here, you see her, Kaya Logistics. Listen, she will pull it together for you. If we get enough people and we need to pull together a class situation, um, I'll get with her and we'll get that done. This is a service that is very important and it is done quarterly. Quarterly. So it is time. Tomorrow is the 29th. There's only 30 days in this month. Only 30 days in the month of April. So get with it. But anyway, like I was saying earlier, somebody in the community, they, got a carrier, got involved with the carrier. I'm gonna keep it real high level overview because a lot of folk watch and we just never know. But the point was, y'all know as dispatchers, these carriers want to know that we're going to do everything for them and maximize every opportunity for them. However, a valuable lesson was learned today for us all. And those who are in my community and those who've been watching, I always tell you about the variables and how it is important to be in a space of assistance because although I know a lot of things, I won't be able to think of every single scenario just like this. Many of the things happen in the moment and we deal with them at the time. So she got the carrier, and of course she was doing and giving her all. And this is a dispatcher who has established a rapport, so she has some broker bulls. So she took on a newer carrier and was moving in the space of her connections, and the carrier turned out to make her and her business look very messed up. He's late for everything. He has this attitude as if I'm the boss and everything is, referred back to the place he used to work. But upon knowing what happens in this industry, kind of discovered that, this is why you're no longer there. Even the way, that she explained how he left was real jacked up. But needless to say, she came out the gate utilizing her connections, and some of her connections allowed her to get loads for a new carrier where he should not have been able to get, and he messed her over to the point where one of the brokers said, you know what? don't you even contact me anymore. Don't look for any more work from me. Okay? Her broker boo, her relationship. So the lesson that was learned in it all is, although we want to do what needs to be done for our carriers because they make us prove ourselves. What are you going to do for me? How are you going to be, and we are so um, trying to do what needs to be done that we show how we can be trusted and how we're going to move, but they don't quite so do the same. So in this lesson she learned, and we all learned, and this is something that I'm going to start talking to you all about, that her next new carrier, she will not pull out the big guns until they show, that they're able to do it. Because I'm going to tell you a few things that happened here. You all know I am the SME, and you all are the SME community. You know that we are subject matter experts. So you know that when we do our interview process and we set the expectation, and part of that expectation is in the first 90 days is going to be challenging to consistently keep you moving. And she was able to utilize her contacts to leverage that. And, we through a couple of things for him, and he messed her up at every turn. At every turn, moved how he wanted to move. I'll get there when I get there. The tone of "you work for me." He had the way that he moved lets me know that he was not a good employee, and he came into entrepreneurship thinking that since he no longer had to clock in and clock out, that he was going to do what he wants to do, not knowing or understanding the business of being independent is, it is detrimental now more than ever that you do all of the things how you need to do them, because you're no longer with the big company who has provisions, who can fire you, who's not going to get blackballed, they're going to get rid of you. It's all you. Was he showing some of these red flags? No. These are the things that I tell you all, Diane, that just like us, and we've all done it. I don't care what you say, you have done it. So when you were seeking a job, okay, and you needed it badly, and when you went to that interview and they asked you, could you type 450,000 words a minute? Oh, yes, I can. Are you familiar with? Oh, yes, I am. Do you have your own transportation? Yes, I do. Knowing you just got off the bus. So there's no way of the people knowing exactly how you're going to move until you're in it. And this was one of those things that just was like, okay, all right. And it was also too much of this from too many places. If I am your dispatcher and I told you what I'm going to do for you, and I show you that I'm going to do for you, and you rebuttal me at every turn because you listening to the truck stop gossip, and you on here following every YouTube channel that's saying all of the things that you want to hear. Meanwhile, the dispatcher who said that they're going to do what they're going to do is doing it, and they're not running their mouth. They are working and showing you. You are making money when you not. I'm not going to say that when you should not be, but in a more advanced fashion that is normal because of her leverage, because of the relationships that she's built, because she has become trustworthy with her broker boos, with her other carriers. Now, thankfully, for the most part, although her brokers don't ever want to hear about this particular one again, she's able to save face with the prior carriers that did do right, the prior carriers that have established trust, um, in the businesses and in the moves that they did. So it was just a lesson to show us that we want to go hard for you. We want to show you that we're going to do all that needs to be done and maximize every opportunity. But I'm sorry, when you first come out, I have to show you and get you to trust me, and you're going to have to do the same. And again, a lot of the things are experience based. Um, so and in that, I talked with her. We walked through it, and I let her know because of course she was going to let him go. But although the things that were unfolding were not pleasant, we must remain professional. Okay. One of the number one things that we do as a dispatcher is we do all that we can to ensure that these drivers get back home. So I let her know she was ready to, let leave him where he was on the last load and everything like that. And she was trying to talk to him, and of course he was on his rah rah. So I told her, hey, I understand all that, but in the spirit of remaining professional, you get that man home. So what you do is you let him know that you're going to get him a load from where he is to where he lives, and then you complete, your removal of the situation. Because I don't care what happened, how it happened. I don't care if you get them the crappiest load ever. You get those people back home. However, you offer it and you allow them to refuse, because this is what happened with him. He was not only, listening to everybody, he already was preparing himself to dispatch himself, because while he should have been in a certain place, he was somewhere purchasing him an iPad and a computer, which lets the dispatcher know, if you're doing all of this rebuttaling and everything that I say to you, you telling me what somebody else said you can do. And instead of you being where you needed to be for the load that I had prepared for you, you down to the mall or IMAC or down to Best Buy somewhere getting you some equipment. You got plans of your own. And this has only been, you all a few weeks. So this person has probably listened so hard to the truck stop gossip, but what they didn't realize is the reason that they were making the movement that they were making was because of the dispatcher, because of his or her communication and contacts and rapport. So, outcome was, I'm willing to get you home. Of course, it was refused. Because now I got my own stuff. I don't need you. I think I know what's going on. But what also they may not know is how you acted when you get ready to call. This stuff is being documented. I don't care what nobody say. This is being documented. So say you want to do it on your own. You don't know, excuse me, to do. You don't know what to say, and you don't know that you've already, presented yourself negatively, and you're not even 30 days old. Like, but you think, and here's another thing that's gonna go left, because this right here again is in the spirit of building trust. So this is a new carrier, right? Which means I, as a dispatcher, I'm gonna just bring this and use it, as an example for myself. As a dispatcher, I got you loads and I sent you to places. But with the type of mentality and the things that you say, I can bet my bottom dollar that this is a person who got those rate confirmations and went to those shippers and receivers, and they think that they're going to establish their own relationships. That you can tell the whole, it's a real backdoor situation. And y'all, we have to, there's no way that we're going to see it. There's no way that we're going to know everything, but we will learn lessons. We will. All right. And this is just one of those things that we have to know. This is just one of those things that happen. This is one of those off chances, because as we know, everybody is out for whatever they're out for. And the main thing that people are going to be out for is self. Okay. So we were able to, walk through this together, and we were all able to learn a lesson, because this is, everything is an experience, and this is an experience that I did not have. However, I was prepared for it, because a lot of shady stuff go on in them service centers, especially when you start messing with money and credit cards, and not. So I've had some experiences in the area which I was able to apply to, helping her get through this, making sure that she remained in a space of professionalism upon releasing herself. Because here's the thing, y'all, they're going to blow us. They're going to have us about to cry, looking crazy, upset. But professionalism is still at the forefront. Suck them tears up, clear your throat, and let them know that I will still operate in a space of integrity. So, although we will not move forward after this load, sir or ma'am, I am going to route you home because it is my job, my duty, and my task to get you back where I started you from. And I also said that I was going to help you make some money. Okay? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get you back to point A where I started you from. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the experience and good luck in your endeavors and your business. Okay? I don't listen. I don't care what happened, how it happened. Don't you leave a carrier stranded. I know it hurt. I know it's embarrassing. I know you can't believe it. But you have to continue to do what you said you were going to do in that plan of action. And in that plan of action, you said, I am going to do everything to get you back home safely and make you some money while you're doing it. Only an act of God is going to keep me from getting you back home. Okay? So, yes, did you wrong. Yes, embarrassed you. Yes, you kept talking. However, get them back home and allow them to refuse, because at that point, you still completed the agreement and what you said you were going to do. I have been offered a lot of loads directly from shippers. I turn it down. And I'm glad to hear that, Alex, because when we go into these contractual agreements with these brokers, they have the fine print. You cannot do it because, things are going to happen. There's going to be repercussions. I cannot hold the dispatcher responsible to get me back because I took the bad load. Well, that's different. That's different, Alex, because if you went around or backdoored your dispatcher and you got yourself in a space of, oh, Lord, you can get yourself out or you can call the dispatcher and help him for the pay. But what I'm saying is they were routed correctly, but they chose to be late, and I'm not going to do it. And repeatedly. So now the dispatcher is removing themselves from the situation. However, you must still I'm sorry. See, I got out my lane. I can't tell nobody what to do in their business. But over here, we operate in professionalism and integrity. And the integral thing for me to tell you is, I know you're upset. Let's talk it through here. Put together your termination email, but get them back home. If they refuse to allow you to let them move another moment, then your part is done. Submit your removal and you are done. But you don't just get to say, I can't believe it. You tried me. You embarrassed me. I'm going to leave you out there. Oh, who you going to tell it to? Not me. Because I'm going to have some words for you. Because that person needs to get back home. And your feelings cannot overshadow what you signed up to do. I'm in that situation, ATM. My dispatcher stressing. Oh man, where you at, Alex? Still in West Virginia? Where you were stuck at the other day? Wyoming? Where were you? Y'all, I'm chuckling with him, but I'm very serious because this is what we need to know. Idaho, potato. You still in Idaho? Claude. But yes, y'all, we have to, is going to listen. This thing is not easy. It's not a quick return and it's not always smooth. But you have to remember what you said you were going to do. You can't let nobody make you waver. And that's why we have our Patreon space, because we're having experiences and we need to be encouraged. We need to be surrounded by people who understand what's happening here, because everybody in that space is having, will have, or has had some sort of experience. And this was just one today that we learned. We learned, and we're going to implement. South Dakota now, deadhead 250 miles. My goodness. You listen, all the money you done made is gone between gas and snacks. Yes, people who understand and that you can vent to. Yes, this is what aftercare is. You see, this is why it's more than just dispatching. It's more than just buying your course. What else? What happens when? What happens when I don't know, when I can't, when I'm emotional, when I'm in my feelings? Because you gonna get in them, but ain't no money in there, so don't stay too long. All right, visit. But it was just, I wanted to come. I'm not gonna be on long tonight, but I wanted to come share that with y'all before I go shower and lay down, because it was an experience that happened. And in us trying to prove to this carrier that we want this and that, they need to stick with us, we can get burned as well. And had she not had those connections and that rapport, do you know that those brokers could have said, you know what? I won't be dealing with that carrier or you. I don't care what you had going on before. I don't want to hear from you again. Because you all have to remember, just like we get the backlash and the brunt of that from the broker gonna get that from the shipper and the receiver. Okay, people hate brokers and all of that, but they still have to answer for that. They do what they still need to do. There's some good ones out here. And when they vouch for you and your carrier, like you're vouching for your carrier, everybody has a repercussion. Everybody. So, won't catch me deadhead 250 miles with these gas prices. Heck no. You'll sit first. I'm not gonna be 1,000 miles from home. In in birth for over a week. You've been in sleeper birth for over a week. But yeah, y'all. And this a carrier that I'm talking to, y'all. We've been kicking the bobo since, been laughing the other day since he chimed in. But this is what happens, y'all. And this is the reality of dispatching. This is the reality. This is the service that you're going to have to do, services that you offer, things that don't feel good. But we keep the stresses of some of these things off the driver, the ones that care and the ones that are moving, because they got enough stressing going on. Hello from Philly cheesesteaks. Hello, Philly cheesesteaks. My guy literally sounded like he was crying because we couldn't get loads out of here. And it probably were, because it gets stressful over here. Let me tell you. But Alex, I get this vibe, and I get the sense of this, that you might be cool because you are aware of what happened and how you got there. So if your dispatcher can't get you out easily or quick, okay, so you said, but this is very stressful. This is the mental part. This is the mental part. This is the part where we up all night and where we keep moving, and there's variables. Like, even if I get you to the next move, even if I can't find any backhaul, I need to make this next move make sense enough to just at least get you where you need to be. And we'll even talk about Alex's case. His dispatcher is trying to pull out everything. So his dispatcher is even thinking about, okay, even if he has to deadhead the 250 miles, let me see if this next move is going to cover it. Because sometimes that's the move we have to make. It got to be real risky, and it might look like it might not make sense. So let's just say Alex is where he is now, 250 miles out, is only $1.50 a mile, and let's just say he has a drive-in. Listen, we're going to take this right here to get you the gas or get you to this 250 miles, right? And we're going to take this cut. But the next one that I got for you might be 600 miles, and it might be 48, 5,000, 5,600 bucks. So we can take the risk, because the next move that I have is going to cover you and maybe a couple other days. So, but still, and Alex is being patient with his dispatcher, because Alex got himself down there for his $6 a mile. Okay. But I hope Alex is paying his dispatcher to get him out of there, because now he got to fix. But anyway, he'll get them taken care of. And also, an offset of payment, so to speak, is patience. When our carrier is patient with us, that helps. But when I can't find and I can't do, and I'm already challenged, and my carrier is rah-rah, So, these are the things. These are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break. So I'm going to be making sure that I make sure I get you all these examples of information, because I can't be on here telling y'all dispatching is more than booking a load, but I never have an example. Mutual respect is key. That is correct, Alex. Listen, and it's true. And look at us. We are in here. He's a driver. He's an owner operator. I'm not quite sure. And we're in here bantering and understanding that these are the things. Look, his dispatcher going through it right now. And he understands and he knows why. And he's extended, so like somebody said over here, you need to extend the dispatcher grace. It's a tough job. Yep. So you're a carrier, right? So you already know. You already knew when you took it. You was like, I know, but I can't let this go. Okay. Integrity is everything. The life of our businesses depend on it. Yes, Dolores, that is the truth. That is the truth. And here we are again, window shopping. Okay, for those who are trying to figure out who to take a course from, what do I look for? How do I know I'm not going to get schemed and scammed? This is how you know. If somebody will come on and explain to you and give you the reality and you haven't paid them not even any attention, that's who you invest in. That's who you visit. That's who you view. Not saying that they're the only one, but when you're looking for certain things. So yes, y'all, it went down for them today, but thankfully she had community where she was able to talk about it, vent about it, and then we came to a solution. Because one thing is, we have to go through the emotions of that thing, whether it's on the front end or the back end, but we still have to get back to the solution. And the solution was, this has been enough of this. My brokers have told me, this one particular one said, don't even worry about it. I don't want to hear from you no more. Okay. It's been real, but deuces, you know, and it happens. And that's it's a loss and it's a hit. You feel that because through no fault of your own, the partnership that you were in, okay, I have been paid by someone to deadhead 400 miles and make 3 runs in a week. He needed me. I helped. There you go. There you go. And we have to do it. We have to, we have to, we have to. You hear me? Because listen, what else we gonna do? We need one another in some capacity. In some capacity. That broker should have added human factor into the equation. Shame on that broker. What broker? Empire builder creator. Or maybe you just came in. So what happened with the broker and why he didn't want to hear from her anymore concerning this carrier is because this broker has tried for the past couple of weeks to give this new carrier a chance. And each time they have been neglectful, no regard for time, and in this mentality that they are the boss and they move when they want to, how they want to. And in those times, the dispatcher was, I'm so sorry, Mr. Broker. You know, it won't happen again, Mr. Broker. I'll definitely be having a conversation with the driver, Mr. Broker. So that was the human equation part. And the driver actually has the carrier. No regard. Because his thing is, well, where I used to work, if I was late, because where you used to work, as we've come to figure out, you was like the yard dog. So all you did was you didn't meet with anybody, you didn't talk to anybody. All you did was you did dropping hooks. And when you were late for the dropping hook, they would find somewhere in between where you were and have you drop it off at the yard and have somebody recover it. So what happened was where he used to work enabled him. Instead of them firing him for his misdeeds, they just used him. You know what? When he late, we'll get somebody to recover when he late. So he's operating in that practice in his own business, calling himself a boss. But this not boss moves, boss. This not the boss route. So you are about to end your season before it even begins. And again, these moves were facilitated by relationships that this dispatcher has built. But she pulled out her big guns for her new carrier, but they weren't deserving of it. So now she had to go ahead and release him. And I'll just say again for those who weren't here, we worked it through, and I was talking with her, making sure that she remained professional throughout it, and that she routed him back home. That is a boss move that would get him blackballed. You know what? You're right. You're right, because they're in the space of establishing trust in the spot market. Trying to get maturity on the authority. So yeah, this is not the move. And if they keep at it and they do get blackballed or put on carrier 411, I hope they left the company that they were with in good standings, because you are quickly going to return to an employee. You know, I get calls from a lot of brokers, but it's only one of me. Right, right. Oh, Empire Builder. I'm sure the final straw happened like a few hours ago when I was, speaking with the dispatcher and telling her how to handle it and still route him home. But allow him, because he's real, like, I can do it myself. Allow him to tell you he doesn't want you to route him home. Don't just leave him where he at. I'm just so tired. I'm so through. Be tired and through privately. Okay. But for this man, you will offer to get him a load back home. And if he refuses you, you still go forward with what you do, but I'm not here for leaving them stranded. I know they do a fool. I know they know to need a whooping out here acting a straight donkey, but I'm in control of myself and my business. And also you kind of gotta, you've seen how this person is acting. You see what they're saying, they have no regard. These are the same type of people that will operate in this fashion and get in all 50 of these groups and shine on your business and say how tacky you were and how you couldn't keep them moving and how you left them stranded. No, we're not leaving any opening for that. Not only are we offering it, we're typing up an email so we can defend ourselves. On 428, this has been your fourth occurrence. I'm just making this up now, just for email. This has been your fourth occurrence. On 412, I spoke to you about this same behavior. Then again on 414, we spoke about this again. This was the feedback that I got from brokers. And the broker gave me one more chance because I had to profusely apologize to them. Then again on 420, you operated in the same space, and just so happened that you were in California where 420 was legalized, and I couldn't get a hold of you for 4 or 5 hours. And then when I did get a hold of you, you were resting well and you were quite relaxed, huh? Pick up what I'm putting down. Now here on 428, the final straw is you have been warned, and now there is a broker who said that they don't ever want to hear from me again, and they don't ever want to do business or hear about your business again. Therefore, you have violated a relationship that I have, therefore causing me not to be able to maximize every opportunity to move you. So at this time, I have to remove myself from this partnership. However, you are still out on a load. I am going to make sure that I find you a load to get you back home. Upon you arriving back to your dwelling, I will completely remove myself from this partnership. Thank you so much. Good luck in your endeavors. Now, I hope y'all wrote that down because that was real cute and off the dome. Something along those lines, but we're done. We're done. And if they say, you know what, bump you, I don't need you no way, all is well. So, just so I'm clear, you don't want me to do another thing for you. All right. Again, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to work for with you. Good luck in your endeavors. Goodbye. That's it. That's it. And when they start spraying you all over these internet, you just pull up your documentation and say, use this for yourselves when y'all get in this kind of situation. Okay. That was good. Thank you so much. Y'all, that's why I forgot. I forgot to tell y'all. If you new here, make sure you got your pencil and your paper because gems and information just flows. And in the flow, I can't always remember what I said. Okay. Because it just comes to me natural like that. And I have to go back and watch the replay just like y'all. But if y'all get that thing off the top, you know, please feel free to use it. You hear me? Use it. Remix it. It was cute, sassy, and professional. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It came from the soul. It's in me. This is, listen, service. I did it for 27 years, and it always just kind of came natural to me. Um, LOL, her termination letter to the driver, the wording. Yes, that was pure God speaking through you. Yeah, and I let him use me every day. Every day. So, how can we see your reply? What reply, Becky Renee? But yeah, we just that's how we cover ourselves. And you all, there's a lot that goes on that they say we don't have rights, and they say, listen, we offer a service, and if we remain professional, we gonna be all right. Yes, we are. Replay darn autocorrect. This will be on YouTube. Becky Renee. In my YouTube, y'all, all of my social media is the same name. Empty Nest Logistics. So same name here. Y'all, everybody subscribe to my YouTube. You know, if you are in your research phase, that means that you are just looking to see what this is. If you want to do it, get some information about it. There's a whole lot of free information on my YouTube channel. Now, when I say free information on my YouTube channel, people want to say, well, you know what? YouTube is free already. When I say free, I mean that there is information on my YouTube channel that's going to make you some money. Okay? Get you some knowledge and understanding. Okay? That's what I mean. So yeah, y'all head on over because there's a whole lot of. That's just like the example of the guy that left his truck on the side of the road on TikTok that we talked about. He will shut his business down before he could get it started. Deceptive behavior and practices does not come to a good end for anyone. Don't think those brokers are not talking to each other. It's real here. We as dispatchers just have to be professional at all times. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And that is why it was so important for me to make the Patreon space because we need to be able to we're in the year of action in our businesses. And in action, we're going to start to see some things that we don't see when we're not moving and shaking. So, and it's so good because everybody was able to see it. Like we watched, she gave us like the play by play as it was unfolding, but she had already been telling us like the past couple of weeks, hey, y'all, you know, this driver did this. Now y'all not gonna believe this. Now y'all remember when I told y'all, and I had to talk, like we've been walking through this with her for the past few weeks. And I told her I commend her on her patience because sir, ma'am, we would not have come this far, not even by faith. Okay, we would not. But she was trying to show him, as we do, because we all know these carriers, they make us do everything but turn tricks to show them that we'll be able to do what needs to be done. But where is the reciprocity? Where is it? That's why I have in my ebook, you know, because you're going to have the ones that are going to ask you. Yes, she did. You're going to have the ones that are going to ask you, what is this one I have in my ebook? Or when you send out your packet. In my packet, I have a credit card authorization form. Okay. So y'all know if I be dropping it on y'all on here, y'all know when I have an interview process, I'm very thorough. I'm telling them all that I'm going to do. By the time we get done, they so worked up and ready. Okay. So when I do my 24 to 48 hours, okay, because we ain't sending out no agreement immediately. Once I see if I can do something for you, I send out the agreement. Now, when I send out the agreement and you don't sign the area that I asked for the credit card authorization, and they call you up, hey, Or they send it back and I reach out, hey, you didn't fill out the credit card authorization form. Oh, well, I didn't feel comfortable. I pretty much I don't know you like that. That is when I say, hey, at this point, I have provided you all that I'm going to do, offer, and shown you by way of research that I will be able to help you or be instrumental in the success of your business. But at this time, you have not shown me anything for me to trust you. So at this time, in order for me to have some level of trust with you, because right now they got all the trust in me, but I have none in them. The trust that we're going to build right now is for you to fill out that credit card authorization form. And understand, there won't be a need for me to run this credit card on this authorization form if you pay me like you're supposed to. And at this time, I can't trust that you're going to do what needs to be done. So in order for us to move forward, I'm going to need that filled out. Okay? Thank you so very much. Now, I know some of y'all going to say, well, how you going to know if the money going to be on there? It's a strategy. It's a strategy because if I send you my invoice on Wednesday for the work that we did the week before to be paid to me by Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have not paid me by 9:15, then I'm going to reach out to you by way of text, calling, email, whatever way you want to be communicated to, because I am your dispatcher. I know how to reach you. However, if for whatever reason you decide that you're not going to answer me, I'm going to allow you 15 more minutes, 5 more minutes, which means at this time it is 9:30. At 9:30, if I have not heard from you, I'm going to run that card, okay? I'm going to run it. If it should so happen to say, aha, gotcha, chick, all right? I hope you know how to dispatch yourself from wherever you are. All right? Because until you do right by me about them finances, I will not move you. But that's just me, you know. That's what I have written up. That's what I say I'm going to do. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I don't deal with or tolerate the excuse that you have not been factored yet. Okay. I have not been factored yet either, but these loads have been run and these BOLs have been submitted, which means what I booked for you, I have completed. Okay. I want my money. I do. I do because I work hard. She work hard for the money. Okay. So while we're on the subject, if you come in contact with a carrier who does not have factoring, or they do not want factoring because they don't want anybody else dipping in the percentage off of their money, let me help you to understand. I don't wait 30 days, 45 days, 60 days to receive the payment in the mail by check from the broker. I get paid weekly. So that's it. That's all. Okay. No, we don't work for free. We don't work for free. And when I tell you I'm gonna do right by you, I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know I'm gonna do what I say I'm gonna do. But I'm also going to communicate to you. We're gonna have a realistic expectation of what is to be seen in this relationship, partnership, work with for. You're gonna know it. Okay? I'm gonna make you feel it. All of that. Okay? So yeah, y'all, I just wanted to hop on here real quick before I laid it down. Talk to y'all real quick because it was an experience. It was something that happened. And it goes to show that, it's like the customer is not always right. The carrier is not always right or will not always do right. And it is what it is. There is no way that the dispatcher could have got ahead of that because, again, like the example I used earlier, we've all gone to apply for a job, whether out of desperation or whatever, and we all sat up there and told some kind of lie about the skill that we had, and them people didn't know it until we got on the job. Okay, do you agree that you're gonna go to your breaks and your lunches and everything and be on time? You're gonna be on time for work? No, what happened? You know what? The bus was late. The bus, when we sat in the interview, you said you had your own way of transportation. The train, you said you had your own transportation. Oh, the baby was sick. You said that you had reasonable accommodations that you will be able to take care of so you can be to this job house on time. Okay, that's what you said. That's what you said right here in the interview process. I wrote it down. That's the only reason I moved forward with you. So we won't be able to get ahead of everything. And we don't need to. It's what you do when you have the experience, how you gonna handle it and how you gonna move. What you gonna do, how you gonna do it. Okay? All right, y'all. Like I said, I had a long day, but I didn't want to go lay down before I came and talked to y'all real quick, real quick, real quick. That's when they come back with the car broke down. Right, the car in the shop. The car in the shop. Um, so yeah. So anybody, all hearts and minds are clear? All right, we don't did 45 minutes. I'm about to go because I don't listen. I'm this far right here from I'm tired, but I'm this far right here from real tired. But see, being this far right here from real tired means that I got enough time left to get in that shower. Because I'm gonna get in that shower. So I can't let this get no more, low, because I'm gonna get in that shower. But all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. You could have been anywhere but here, but you decided to swing by here for just a little while and give me just a little bit of your time. And I hope I did right by it. Oh, yes, I do. Y'all, somebody while I'm on here talking, what tell me but this weekly ranking thing sitting on the top of my TV? I mean on the top of my TikTok screen. Oh, you just tap it and it tell you all these people that's number one and all of that. I ain't know what it was, but I don't really know why it's up there either. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna keep coming with it, talking to y'all. Um, I got to come on here tomorrow, and I got to come on here earlier because I want to talk about, an opportunity or two. Because you all, for about a year and some change, been asking, "Am I gonna hire?" And I did everything but hire. I sent you to somebody else. I set up a partnership. What you could do, which was short lived because so many people applied for it overwhelmingly. So I said, you know what? You know I'm about to do something. Okay. Oh, that's for gifts. That's for okay. Oh, thank you for the gifts. I'm sorry, y'all. Thank you for the stars, the hearts, the roses, the views. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right. I'm about to lay it down for real though. I will get with y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all so much again.